And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Man, it's Halloween time. Trick or treat. I'm Shayne Neubert. That's Aloe Mean. This is Halloween. We coming at you to get your candy bags. Don't be stingy little fucking hags. Give us your Twix, your Butterfingers too. We wanna take your candy, dude. Yeah, that's what I said. Better not look under your motherfucking bed. We're there, ready to scare. Get ready for your stood up hair. Boom! That ended bad. And Kyle, you fucking suck, bruh. I'm good at that shit. This is Shot 30 Podcast. I am Shayne Neubert, and I have a guest. I have a special guest, a big old comedian, Aloe Mean. Here he is. He's been taking, dude, you've been taking over Iowa. 3 out of 4, right?
I don't know about that. What do you mean?
3 out of 4 of your last competitions?
Oh, there's many competitions.
Don't downplay
That was a
it.
big one, but yeah.
Don't downplay it. And man, you almost won the last one.
Yeah.
The speakeasy.
Yeah, second place.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. I'm going to push this just a little bit right here because I'm a projectile talker. And Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. Visit Mrs. Newbie's today and get whatever the hell you want. If you want those hot sauce infused cupcakes that you seen that we talked about yesterday, if you're that bizarre, if you're that fucked up in your brain, go ahead and get them. But she's coming to you from Matherville, Illinois. Visit her on Facebook and Instagram and put your order in today. And Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Jerome Lovely. If you need a male, have you ever needed a male escort?
Never.
I've never personally needed one
I
either.
about being one at times.
Okay, dude. Okay, so
Cheap though, cheap. I wouldn't charge much.
You wouldn't charge much.
No, I wouldn't charge. Sorry, go ahead.
How much would you charge for a night on the town?
A whole night?
Yeah.
Shit, well, I mean, I wouldn't be paying for stuff, so.
What if they're taking you to like a Cubs Diamondbacks game?
I would do that for free. I mean, I really only charge for the sexual stuff.
Dude, an escort is not sexual.
Oh,
if that
okay.
stuff happens in the night, it happens.
I got you. Okay.
Visit Jerome Lovely, Quad Cities, Chicago area, and get yourself a male escort. And yeah, you can visit them on Facebook. And it's not sexual stuff. This guy's mind's straight in the gutter. He's getting ready for a competition. From yesterday, I haven't had a chance to mount that yet. So if you're just careful with your hands on the table, because it'll. No, you're okay. You saw me be that Nazi to Nick yesterday. And so Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored. You got to visit my guy Tremaine Jordan in Kewanee. Get your buttery blends today. He's a barber. He's incredible. You can see him doing that fresh lineup on himself. He's the man. Visit Tremaine Jordan, Buttery Blends on Facebook, and go visit his shop in Kewanee. And Conspiracy Kimonos, go get your custom-made gi. We gotta move quick here. So if you need a gi, go to Facebook, visit Conspiracy Kimonos, okay? All right. And so you have a competition you're doing in about 45 minutes.
yeah, it's a mini competition at Hickey Brothers.
Hickey Brothers. I've never done Hickey Brothers. You've done that a few times?
Yeah, I done it once, and I won the last time I did it last month.
Oh, so you're just back for more money.
No,
you're just hungry for money.
It was a good time.
How many people's it set?
Shit. I don't know. Probably 30 could get in there.
I can't even think I don't know what street it's on. But that's okay. And that's okay. But, okay, so I've got a couple things planned for this podcast. I know a lot of people, we had a few people sending messages. They wanted to just know, like, how we both go about doing stand-up, where you've done stand-up, I kind of have told a lot of people, and the people who have messaged me, I've messaged them back a little bit. So we can roll into that now, or we can go into that in just a little bit, but I'm going to take a shot first, dude.
Yeah,
this is
these. I bought these because that's too big for me.
Oh, well, you got two of them for this.
Well, this one's for you.
Okay. I'm going to do this one right here, and then I'll save that for the last one.
All right, I got you. I'm only doing just the one because, I got to dry it and whatnot.
Don't tell the people that. We don't drink and drive. I give everybody an Uber out of here.
I did the whole thing, guys.
And that's a champion right there. And did you see the shot I did yesterday?
Yeah, I don't think it was a shot. It was like half the
I've
bottle.
never felt so much inside of my body, man.
I saw it. That's why I was laughing so
Oh
fucking
my
hard.
god, like my stomach went like after I was eating the first hot sauce, and if you want to try it on your way out, you can. Your stand-up's ruined for the night if you do.
I'll shit
It is
myself.
it is hands down one of the worst things you can ever fathom. It just does something.
Yeah.
You saw it wiggle.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
saw
it.
it.
You're way more vigilant than that drunk fuck yesterday.
Well, he almost fucking died with that shit. He tried to compete too.
I
but
know. Like, did you see me like when he was doing it? My eye went, what the fuck? This guy's crazy. But okay, so I guess I'll just start with some of the questions that people ask. Like, they just want to know, like, how do you go about your stand-up and how's it different than I go about mine? Just like, how do you write? I know you, like a lot of the people who watch, they already know that I write a lot of my stuff right before I walk on stage. It's just something it makes me maybe not as good as I could be. I do some of my sets a few times, but I will practice my sets with myself, and I feel way more confident when I do it myself. But I know I've seen a few times the Mrs. Butterworth is winning, dude. The Colonel and Mrs. Butterworth is winning.
It's gone now, so it's kind of fucked up. But I hope they bring it back.
Wait.
Just 'cause,
Oh yeah, from the commercials.
Yeah.
So how do you go about it? Like,
I write. Well, I mean, first it's just an idea, like anything else creative. It's a fucking idea. Write it down. Try to get it so you can remember it, and then sometimes I'll say it out loud. A lot of my shit, honestly, comes from once I say it on stage. Other shit happens, or if I say it out loud, other shit happens. So I'm recording that all the time. Mm-hmm. But I guess if anybody's starting to record and listen, that's just.
So you just watch yourself. Do you do the mirror thing, anything like that?
No. When I record, it's only audio mostly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have a couple things
I
to
just
do.
got this, and I was gonna start using it. This was donated to the podcast.
Jeez, that's crazy.
And this was donated by Conspiracy Kimonos. So thank you for that, and I'm gonna start using that. And I can use that as a mobile podcast as well. That's actually what Stone Cold Steve Austin does his whole podcast out of. Is that right there?
Okay.
I
just use my cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's you have it with you all the time.
Yeah.
I wrote, hopefully before you leave, I wrote a little bit today. I was sitting at the, I was getting a tire change, and dude, I literally drove 40 miles on a dead flat tire today, and I did not give a fuck. I did not give a fuck. I said, I'm not changing this fucking tire, dude. I don't care. You can call me not a man. I don't care. I wasn't changing that fucking tire. Walmart was. And so when I got to Walmart, dude, I had this idea in my brain, and so I just wrote it down, and now I see how I can figure it out. But yeah, so now how long have you been doing stand-up?
I started in April of this year.
Oh shit, so you're super fresh. Super fresh. And you're doing great to start, dude. You have nothing but promise, man. You're great. See, the thing that's different I see in you and me is you are stationary as fuck.
Yeah.
You do not move.
I don't want to sweat too much. I pace a little bit, but yeah, it depends.
Dude, you will find me on top of the stage, on bottom of the stage, to the left and the right. I'm all over.
Yeah.
And a lot of people tell me to calm down, but that's where I feel like I like to do things in different spots of the stage. And it makes, I don't know, I feel comfortable doing like that.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and I guess I had a few questions. I don't normally talk about any of the lifting stuff on here, but I've seen that you have a problem with somebody.
With somebody?
Dude, I seen that you have a problem with, it may be a male, maybe a female, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
You got beef with somebody out there?
No, what are you talking about?
You don't have beef with somebody named Ashley?
Ashley. Oh, that fucking bag.
Dude, I seen you hitting Ashley. Dude, I seen you throwing lefts and rights at Ashley. Man, my guy here has hands. And he was hitting the shit out of Ashley. Now you got a chance to explain real quick.
First off, Ashley doesn't hit back, and if she did, I probably wouldn't, have those type of moves. But yeah, no, it's a bag. Ashley is a bag, a punching bag. Follow me on Instagram to know what he's talking about. I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea that I'm just. He
didn't hit no woman. It's a punching bag, but it's got the name Ashley, and he said, I don't know who's got beef with Ashley, and so I do another thing where I like to show people some pictures and since we have to rush a little bit through this one, I'm just going to get to this first and then I want to talk a little bit.
I was late, so I'm in no rush, man. Honestly, for real. If I get to there a little bit late, it's okay.
Okay. All right, well, we're just going to go to this anyways. If you could just turn your head for 1 second, I like to show everybody. Okay. And so this is the picture that we have here. And now I'm going to turn this back and I'm going to ask him to explain this picture to you guys and what's going on.
That's the swipe, man.
Well, I tried to swipe. He said swipe right. So what was going on here? What's going on in your brain this day?
It's about one of my jokes, honestly. There's a joke. One of my jokes is about that. So
what should I have been expecting if I swiped?
No, I already did one swipe. See, the joke
is... the mirror swipe.
Yeah, it's about the mirror swipe.
I was just trying to swipe right. And when I did that, I found Amber, dude. When I did that, I found... Oh, it was Amber. Did I say Ashley?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
shit.
Why I was thrown off.
Oh, okay. It was... My bad. The A's got me. I got a problem with the A's out there. I said Ashley. Dude. So, wait. You answered to Ashley. So there's an Amber and an Ashley. No,
there's just the Amber. I honestly don't remember. That shit was probably... He likes
to put female names on the punching bag and go ham.
Not true. I'm a man of peace.
Dude, you were hitting that thing like you were mad at Amber.
Yeah, I don't know. When was that? It might have been something. I don't know.
It was a while ago. You don't have much. Will you just start a new Instagram page? I strolled, dude.
I started mine when I did Kill Tony, and that's why I started it.
Please talk about that, and please explain what Kill Tony is.
If you like comedy, it's a podcast you should watch. It's the #1 live podcast in the world. Every Monday they do it at the Comedy Store in L.A. Tony Hinchcliffe, Brian Redband.
And Tony Hinchcliffe is one of the greatest comedy writers out there right now. He is a genius when it comes to writing comedy. And so, I told you about my buddy down in L.A. He got bumped by Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
He's up tonight, man. They got something going on at the Ha Ha down there, and it is on Wednesday night. Anybody can sign up, and if you win. Like, if they say you had the best of the night, it doesn't matter. It's not judges. It's the owner. He picks. And that person gets to open up for their feature act. Like, that's a big deal down there, man. Like, like, you nail somebody like, Bobby Lee or, just Santino. Any of those guys down there. Man, you just struck solid gold. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But
on Kill Tony, I got invited to go out to LA whenever I want to.
Because you won a...
It's called the Golden Ticket. Mm-hmm. He's giving out like 4 or 5, I think 6 now, I don't know. But whenever he tours around basically the world, he gives them out to people, mostly in this country, obviously. And once they get to LA, they can...
And that's, just getting 1 minute at the Comedy Store is hard enough, man. Because, they have the 3 rooms there and that... Lowest room, that's all you get is an open mic there, and that's if you wait 3-4 hours.
That's the thing. Now it started out, I think, in the Belly Room, the podcast originally 5 or 6 years ago. Now it's the main room. It's Monday nights. It takes over the whole thing Monday nights at the Comedy Store. So it's fucking crazy.
So what are your goals with the stand up? Are you doing more than stand up? Do you do
I'm willing to learn. I feel like this comedy thing, there's a lot of different avenues, a lot of different muscles you want to develop, and I feel like it's important to fucking work on.
This is one of them for me, right here.
Sure, yeah. I'm talking about starting a podcast. I've been thinking about one. Then a couple other comedians who live kind of close to me have been.
And there's some that we really do have some really good comedians. It would like around us, but it would be great to have more comedy opportunities, I guess. You know, just like not just in one town, but like I know towards Iowa you have quite a few actually. By you have the Penguin, you have the what is it? The
Penguins Yacht Club.
Yeah, the Speakeasy. How far is the Speakeasy for you?
Speakeasy in Rock Island, so it's clear out here.
Says what, like an hour? Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I would have to go like Jukebox and Peoria's that way. I feel like I'm in a good spot because I'm centralized. So if I go north, there's Waterloo, Octopus. If I go fucking west, there's Des Moines. They just opened up a new one. And that's really good too because you can work sets in lots of different places. And
it's about, for me, it's about reworking what I already have. So some people, and I kind of like that people who are always trying to create, I respect that too. But my thing is about taking something that's decent and honing it so that when I do it anywhere, anything happens, I can flow in and out of it, and I can fucking just have it locked in. And mold like it to perfection in your brain. Right.
Yeah, see, like for me, I'm just a little bit different. I do so many sets with all new material, but the best thing that I get is I should do my sets multiple times in different spots, but I get all those things and I put them together, and now I know like when I make a trip to LA and next month or whatever, and then to New York soon, like I know that I have a lot of working pieces, and all I have to see is myself once to know fix this, that, and this, and I know if I do that. But you know, it's just comedy's fucking shitty, right? Have you ever offended somebody yet? You have a really great.
Safe. My shit's pretty safe for the most part.
Some of your stuff, it's very safe. Like, it's just.
I cuss and shit, but I mean, it's not really offending nobody except for maybe Aloe Black. That's the only person maybe.
And Nathaniel Egbert.
Well, that's what Aloe Black is.
Okay.
Egbert,
like it's just such a. You're like walking on eggshells right now, and. It's like
I just go. I don't feel like I'm.
Oh no! I'm saying like comedians are like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, not me. Fucking. If I think it's funny, I'm gonna say it, man. And that's. Yeah. I feel like that's the one place in this world where it's kind of like holy ground in a way for anything goes, as long as you're trying to be funny.
Yeah. I mean, and I heard something the other day, dude. I thought it was fucking awesome. This is the most serious Shot 30 podcast ever. Usually I'm talking about fucking washing dicks and shit. So
we're talking about comedy though.
So now it's like the complete opposite. Yeah. Like I'm straight in the element. So it's, dude. I don't know. Yeah, we're usually talking about. Why would you put somebody's penis on? They're like, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy talking like a normal guy? But no. Oh shit! I don't even fucking remember what I was gonna say, but yeah,
that's okay.
That is okay, dude. You just won the hearts over of the world here. So you just drove into literally the whitest community you ever found.
Man, these hills and turns. It was like, I'm a driver, so I kind of got excited. I'm like, this is fucking really testing my driving skills. I like it,
You're hitting potholes and there's shotguns off on the side of the road, dude. This is weird. So like when it snows here, they don't like plow the snow until it's like 3 days after the snowstorm.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. One time, okay, so me and Timmery, my wife, I think you met her before. You've seen her. Yeah, so we got a snow day. We had about 2 feet of snow outside, and we were like, dude, I'm thirsty as shit. And so we put on all of our snow gear. There's a bar across the street, and there's a gas station. That's all there is in this town. And so we put on all of our snow gear and trudged through the snow and bought all of the bars or the gas station's wine.
Wow!
And we brought it all back and we plopped our ass in the snow and we drank wine all night. Wow. They didn't bring the plows through for like 3 days, so we were snowed in. And I can work from home with the job I have.
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm like, we lost power, so I'm not gonna be able to charge my phone. We had power. I turned my phone off and tossed that motherfucker, dude, and we just rode that shit out. It was awesome.
Hope they're not watching.
And if you are watching, I just made that shit up. Usually I'm talking about dicks and work doesn't care. Are you sure you don't want to pull this one other one?
No, I brought it for you.
All right, I'm in. Yeah, so you were thinking you want to... I would 100% love to go to an improv. I've never been to improv. I've done acting and shit, but I've never went to an improv class.
Yeah.
Dude, we could do it together.
There's a couple things around Iowa City. I don't know. Is there one around here?
You know, how far is Dubuque from you?
I thought about going up there. It's probably about an hour, a little bit over an hour.
I actually have a lot of buddies who compete there. I used to compete in powerlifting in Dubuque a lot.
Okay.
At the Grand River Harbor.
Never heard.
It's right off the river. There's a huge casino hotel.
Okay.
And I used to compete there every 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna let you talk for a minute. I see you working out, man. You really are. You
trying,
and you're talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to do?
Trying to fucking just burn fat. Really, I just gotta stop eating like shit. That's the main thing. That's the hardest part. I love working out. It's like I'm addicted to it almost. So.
What do you like? Is it all just burn? Have you? You've probably seen maybe in pictures, but I'll show you my weight room out there.
Yeah, that'd be.
We have about 1,500 pounds of weight.
Yeah.
We've got a competition deadlift platform, a competition bench, squat rack, dumbbells, everything out there.
Shit.
We started in Kiwani. We were just a bunch of little normal guys, and this was probably back in 2013.
Yeah.
We all just started as a bunch of normal guys, and we got this idea in our brain, let's become powerlifters. And me and a couple buddies, literally next thing you know, we woke up 3 years later, and we were all top 5, top 10 in the world.
That's crazy.
It was nuts. I mean, it was so much of a job. I was working at the prison then. I was a correctional officer for a long time, but I worked second shift. But for me, it was perfect because from 8 a.m. till noon, my job is powerlifting. I wake up in the morning and I'm a professional powerlifter. That's my job. And I had a handful of injuries. I tore my left and right hamstring. I tore my pec, separated 2 abdominals, separated my L4, my L5, shattered 5 bones in my foot. Dude, I've never told this story on here, so people might like this. I had 760 pounds on deadlift. That in my garage. The best I ever did was 805, and that's in that picture right over there.
Yeah.
Blood shot out of my nose and out of my eyes. But I went to pull 760, and as I got to the top, something didn't feel right. and a week before that, I had done it for 3. So I got to the top. I pull sumo, so my legs are out. You know what that means?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I have it all on video. The floor mat rips in half. Dude shoots straight out. 760 pounds, shatters every bone in my fucking right foot. Permanent nerve damage, my bone. So I'm laying there, but I'm in shock on this video. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I start crawling over to my camera. And then I see a guy pull up, in the street. I was living in Kiwani.
Yeah.
And everybody knew I powerlifted. I'm sitting on the floor with 700 pounds on the bar. And I look at this guy, and I reach my arm out. I need help.
You're by yourself doing this?
I'm by myself.
Fuck, dude.
And this guy in his truck pulls up on the street. I reach my arm out, and he looks at me and he goes, and the motherfucking dude just keeps driving. I take my shoe off, my foot's all the way black, and my bones are literally hanging down like this, just hanging. And I remember grabbing one of them, and I just felt like every bone go like wiggling, dude. And so I crawl over, turn my phone off, crawl back into my Jeep to drive myself to the emergency room. Blah blah blah. Shattered my foot. I'm off work for a while. I tag the company. I bought brand new floor mats. I tagged the company Fitness Gear. I don't know if I can say this on the fucking podcast.
It was the truth.
Okay. I tagged this company don't have care. And I said, I just bought these floor mats. It says for heavy lifting. I just did this. I said, I am ranked blah, blah, blah. And dude, they send me a check for $5,000 and say, sign right here, and you can never post the video. I don't know if it ever says in fine print that I could talk about it.
Wow.
But, yeah, and a lawyer called me about 2 days later. Somebody had told him they'd seen it and said, dude, you're looking at $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. This is the biggest company in weightlifting.
Right.
And I already signed a contract. $5,000. It bought my floor in my old house that I lost to bankruptcy. And I'm fine. And that's okay.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, did it cover your medical bills or anything? No. You bought a...
I had insurance.
So, okay. But still, man, fuck.
So, like, what do you do? I know, I'm not really sure what the fuck you do for a living. I know you're driving around in a shag carpet, like,
you saw my truck? Yeah,
dude.
I drive a truck. Yeah.
What do you do?
I drive a semi. I'm like a spotter, basically.
So, like, delivering, like, freight?
Yeah, well, that's what's... Yeah, all semi-drivers doing that. But, I mean, it's a spotter, so it's... I just move trailers around. Except for it's not just at one facility. Like, if you see a big warehouse, it's a whole city.
Now, did you take this job to allow you to do more stand-up, or did you, like, adjust your hours to do more?
I adjust the fuck out of my hours. Dude.
That's awesome. That's so great.
The first year I did it originally to have Wednesdays off to do jiu-jitsu, and I never started doing it. And it was jiu-jitsu.
Conspiracy kimonos. Get your custom-made gi.
Yeah, I saw that shit. And then eventually it was to do jiu-jitsu, try to do jiu-jitsu, but the main thing was do comedy. And I just never really fucking did it, probably for like 6 months. And then it was to go out to California to be on Kill Tony. And then I saw they announced they were coming to Des Moines.
Oh,
I'm like, I have to fucking get on stage. So.
And was that the Mrs. Butterworth? Is that what got you on there?
Actually, yeah.
Because that's a really great set, dude.
The chicken and waffles joke, that was the first one I did in Omaha. Yeah.
That is such a fucking great set.
So then he invited me to the one in Des Moines, and then that's the one where he said I can come out to LA.
Oh man. Now, who is your favorite, like, comedian? Do you have a favorite, like a?
If I had to pick one, like, gun in my head, had to pick one, I would probably pick Chappelle right now. But
oh my god,
if I had to pick one person, but
Chappelle,
I mean, there's just so many who are just killing it right now. It's crazy.
Favorite female comedian.
Fuck, I don't know.
This might help you out, dude. Like, dude, hands down, mine is Ali Wong.
Ali
Wong is a murderer.
Yeah,
She's a murderer.
There's so many though, man. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot that make me laugh. So.
I go Ali Wong, yeah, for sure. That's my favorite female comedian. But like,
fucking who was I just saying? What's her name? Fucking Rich Voss's wife. What is? God,
Rick Ross's wife?
Rich Voss. You heard of Rich Voss?
I've never heard of Rich Voss.
You never heard of Rich Voss? He's a comedian out of...
but everybody knows on this already. If I don't know a name, you show me a picture, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that person.
Yeah, you probably don't know Rich Voss. Yeah, you know who Bobby Kelly is? Robert Kelly?
R. Kelly? Yeah, R. Kelly.
Yeah, Robert Kelly. R. Kelly. He's probably not like that.
R. Kelly's never going to hear this.
Bonnie McFarlane, that's her name. Bonnie McFarlane. Shout out to her. She's fucking hilarious. And she's been at it for a while, too.
Everybody Loves Bonnie?
No.
Wait, do you know what I'm talking about? No. You don't remember Everybody Loves Bonnie?
No, is that a shit? I know Everybody Loves Raymond. That's the only thing. Did someone make a spin-off of that?
I think it's Everybody Loves Bonnie. Yeah,
Is it a podcast?
What does Bonnie look like?
Bonnie kind of looks like the wife on Everybody Loves Raymond, but she looks younger, kind of.
Okay, whoa.
I don't want to say nothing too crazy.
What do you mean too crazy?
Comparing the two.
What do you mean?
That can be controversial.
You can say whatever the fuck you want to
hear. I know I can.
Dude, usually I talk about, like, the worst things ever on here. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, she just looks younger. Bonnie McFarlane looks younger than the wife on Everybody Loves Raymond, but they kind of look kind of the same, white ladies with dark hair.
Oh, okay. So that literally lost me. Okay. So I'm talking about. I thought this I'll show you after who I thought Bonnie was, because I'm the one who was going to be controversial here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I thought Bonnie was the short lady with the frizzy hair who screams when she talks in the mic.
Wanda Sykes, maybe?
Wanda Sykes. That's who
Black
I thought.
lady?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
black lesbian.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, Wanda.
Sykes.
I thought Bonnie, Wanda. I don't know where I got that from.
Yeah, no, she's fucking obviously funny as hell too.
Dude, she's hot as hell. What do you
Yeah,
think?
she is sexy.
She's kind of like Shakira.
Yeah, see the hair kind of sometimes.
No, I don't really know how we're making that comparison, bro.
I'm trying to help.
You were not
fucking improv, man. Yes, I agreed. Don't get me out there.
Okay, so somebody did in the messenger. They said we used to do a segment, especially Joe Fox and me and Timmery. We used to do a segment called Act It Out, and somebody asked if we do an Act It Out if you were me and I was you.
Okay. I mean, we're pretty similar, except for one's black and one's white, and I'm fatter.
I literally was like, I'm not really ready for this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we're going to do an Act It Out. Okay, here we go. And we're going to do it. This is going to be like 20 seconds. This is going to be only 20 seconds.
All
right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, Shane?
Straight brim.
What's up, Shane?
I don't think I've ever said that.
I think that was good. All right, we got it. Oh, that was the best. Acted out, I think. What's up, Shane? That's the best I got.
It does work, yeah.
I tried to lean back a little bit. All right, so I'm going to try to regroup. We've only got about 2 minutes left here. I would love for us to go do improv, especially, like, even just go do an improv class for the first time together. That'd be fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, let's just go in blind, and we'll do the whole thing. And I think this was fucking funny, great. It'll be up tonight. I would love to have you come back, and let's do a longer one where we can talk about more stuff.
Yeah.
And because we're just getting to know each other, too. Like, this is... You know,
this
like
is the most we've ever talked.
Yeah. Usually it's for
it's at a gig or a mic or some shit. So
for like 5, maybe 10 minutes most before we go on stage. We're nervous, like there's a lot of things that go with it. But I would love for you to be back. I know a lot of people are super excited for you to even be on here.
I appreciate it.
And so you can be found on Instagram, Facebook.
Everything, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Aloe Mean, ALOEMEAN. Sorry, I keep shaking the camera.
And that's okay. And that's okay.
That's okay.
And the shirts are available. That's okay. Shirts are available right now. Oh, there we go. Wrong turn. They're available right now. You can order them off Shot 30 Podcast Instagram, Shot 30 Podcast on YouTube, and we just finally got a strike on someone helping us get back onto iTunes and getting onto CastBox. So that should be happening by this weekend, and if it does, dude, you're on iTunes.
That's what's up.
And the second you get your podcast up and running, we will get that plugged the fuck out on here.
Appreciate it.
But thank you for coming. Dude, he's going to go win another competition tonight, make some more money, and you will see us, dude, hopefully together here soon at one of these other opportunities that we got. And shit, and I'm trying to talk a couple of these small towns around me into letting comedy be a part of these little towns, because they want to do karaoke night, they want to do all these other things. But man, I don't want comedy to die, especially in little towns. And so, dude, let's work out a thing where we're up on stage for 30 minutes side by side. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I'll let you roast me. This is Shot 30 Podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please share and subscribe, because every share reaches a whole different branch of people. I don't know a whole lot of the fucking people that you know. So share the damn video. That's Aloe Mean.
I'm going to share that shit.
And we're out of here. Thank you. That was fucking awesome.